All right. Welcome back to Coffee with Evan. Good morning. Let's begin. Woo! So, wow, I haven't been on here for a while. It has been a busy end of the season. I had 5 weddings in the past probably past 3 months, which I'm very blessed for. Appreciate all of you guys for supporting and trusting me with your wedding films and your story. Just an absolute honor, and I'm just super grateful for being able to do this for a living. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Anyways, but yeah, so did a few weddings. I'm editing a whole lot, and I'm having fun with that. And that's most of my time right now, helping out with the dog business, my girlfriend's business. That's been fun. I'm trying to think. I have like a slight agenda for today. I'm just kind of giving you like little updates before we dive in fully. But let's see. Oh, our club for French Ring, the dog sport, is growing, which is super fun. We have a trial coming up on the 1st that I'll be going to watch one of our club members go and compete. That's going to be awesome. If you can't tell, I think when I stayed up all night, well, not all night, but like throughout the night, I was cooking a brisket for Christmas. I think I got something. So that's why you hear kind of like a little stuffed up. Hopefully my audio isolation will cancel out all the annoying sniffles. Let's take another sip here. Currently in the middle of, Christmas and New Year's, which I feel my algorithm has been feeding me what I want to hear, what I agree with. And it's talking about how this time period, like everybody's just like lost, doesn't know what to do, doesn't know what day it is. And I definitely felt that for a couple of days, especially after Christmas. And this is my effort to get back in the swing of things, and kind of go against the norm of just not doing anything in the interim between the holidays. So yeah, let's see. We did, sure. A corporate gig, for Lifekind. That was super fun. Very different from what I'm, used to. And I brought basically all my gear, which is insane. Anyways, and Lifekind, you can tell I've been out of practice for podcasts, especially solo podcasts. So yeah, it was a last minute holiday video. It was a good experience. The end result, because I have to go through a couple renditions and like get them edited in exactly what they want. It's not my favorite work, because there's a lot of like cell phone footage and a lot of like other footage that I had to compile to make this holiday video. And so I might be posting maybe a couple like interviews portions on my Instagram. But other than that, I was just kind of like, yeah, this is not going to go anywhere on my Instagram. But they were happy with it. They loved it. But there's something about just like having every piece of the work be yours. It means a little bit more, I think, when you can be like, yeah, I like, not to say that no one else was a collaborator or like helped, because I definitely had those. But specifically the visual creative direction wasn't all mine, which is fine. But like, that's just kind of like I feel like an artist thing to think. And when it comes to corporate, like you got to just let go, I think, of your artist ego and your inspiration. Well, not let go of it, but like let it be shaped so that, you can deliver something that's what they want. Um, so that was good. It took basically a whole day, technically a half a day, but I gave them a couple extra hours. And I got my first teleprompter, which I'll be using today, not during the podcast section, but at the end. And I'll include all of it in the podcast. But at the end, I have a cool message about the thing that I call a connection kit, kind of like a intro to how to use it, and then also like a little message for Instagram to introduce it. And I might also be, if I have time and energy, I might also do like a little quick about me video. But I don't know, that's a lot to do because I don't want to do this more than an hour. So we'll see. Some other cool things that have occurred. Started to seriously invest and like make a better plan just for the financial end of business. So open an investment account, SEP IRA, got everything dialed in there. And now I just need to set up like a reoccurring investment every month. But it's a really cool system. I like it. And then I got my long-term savings, business accounts, and then personal accounts, and et cetera. And it's felt like it's heading in a good direction. So hopefully, I think this tax season will be good. I'm definitely showing a profit, which is I need to, because the last few times I've shown like a loss just from all the expenses for tax write-offs and stuff. So that'll be good. Anyways, I'm just brainstorming out loud right now. And then I've been reading. I've been playing this video game, when I'm not editing. Playing this video game called The Ghost of Something. It's like the ghost of Tatoshima, I'm going to say. And just like a cool little like adventure ninja game. And just been enjoying that for the holidays. Cooked a bunch. Like I said, cooked the brisket. I've been playing a lot more ukulele, which is right behind me. And starting to, hopefully this is kind of the big thing I wanted to talk about was for 2026, because that's probably when this will come out. I have some goals, business goals, personal goals, stuff like that. But I don't like to see them, like, look at them like goals. I just want to look at them more like as priorities or like things to shift. So, and one of those, as we segue into this little section, one of those is playing the ukulele more. I used to play it all the time. I used to be pretty good. And then I hyper focused on the business and kind of lost it. So gaining it back feels really nice. And it's much more of I would say it's a better outlet than playing video games. But there's a good balance. So, and it's not all the time that I play video games. Typically it's like it's a healthy amount, I think. Like I'll put it down for months and then I'll pick it up and be like, oh, play a little game. And then, so I want to do more ukulele, which I think is good. I want to be more consistent with podcasts. I want to see if I can get out 2 a month, and have, more guests on. This next year, I'm looking at 10 to 15 weddings, I think. I had about 10 this last year, and I thought it was a pretty good number, along with like all the other stuff that I'm doing. Typically I say I book 20. So if 20 come my way, I'm good. I'll just shift and adjust things so that I have enough time to take on everything. But yeah, I think it's been pretty nice. So, cause obviously I do real estate and I do businesses and stuff like that. But yeah, so definitely, but I do need to I'm going to do more advertising for weddings, cause that's that's ultimately like I really like the direction of the weddings and the work that I've been doing with it. And I want more. And I feel like the real estate is just kind of coming naturally through referrals and stuff like that. Um, and then businesses like I don't want to do corporate. I hate to say it. I kind of want to lean more into like small businesses, but that's also if I have time. Like I'll at least like I for priority's sake for goals, I do want to at least do like maybe 2 a year and really put some effort into it and make them like bigger projects. But yeah, so I think that'll be good. Just kind of brainstorming out loud here. Um, and then obviously I got a fitness goal. It's always good to have. When I lose, what did I say I was going to lose? I was going to lose 10 pounds of fat, and then which isn't it's not super hard for me. But like I want to commit to doing that, but also gaining 5 pounds of muscle. Which is also kind of natural. It's just basically upping my activity level. So I got my treadmill. I just need to eat healthier. And then I got decoying, and then I want to get my level 2 certification, which I need 4 qualifying trials. So I'm just gonna keep like moving that direction of doing trials and trying to get that done. And then what else? I got to take another test for drone stuff for a follow-up drone course. I'd like to get my scuba certification upped again. I haven't gone for years, and my brother just got certified, so we're thinking about doing more like trips and stuff this next year, which will be really fun. Want to go to Oregon with Allie. That's going to be fun. We'll see when. I just need to put it on the calendar. We were thinking of February or March. But yeah, so we got to look at that. There's a lot of stuff to do. I want to buy this camera. That's really sweet. It's the step above what I currently have. And it's like $3,500 just for like the body, or like $3,000 just for the body. And I'm like, ooh. But it's so nice. It's double the megapixels. So it's just super, I can just do more with it. And especially for like more commercial work that I want to also do. Like commercial work is totally different than corporate, obviously. But I think like visually and creatively fulfilling, I think commercial work is a little bit better. And then what else? What do I want to do? Yeah, and just keeping consistent, I think. I think that's the biggest thing for me is consistency for like just everything. Like the balance between all the things that I do for business. I'm learning now, but I now have outsourcing in place that I can focus. I can focus more on the things that I'm really pushing towards and working for. And not to say that I'm outsourcing like everything. Obviously, I have like the final say in things. And but it's always the general direction, especially when like since I'm not like 100% weddings at this point, and I don't know if I'd want to be, but I do think that the balance is going to be a task of just finding the best, like, all right, so if I have this many weddings, I'll get these weddings cold, I'll get these real estate gigs done for me and edited for me so that I have time to focus on the storytelling aspect of these films. Or then, if there's some real estate gigs that are like really high priority, then I'm going to outsource like a rough draft and then focus on this film. And just, it's going to be kind of like the editing juggling act, I think, which will be, I think, good. I think, because I love, honestly, after doing this for full time for a while, I really, really love the shooting aspect and the storytelling aspect and the client facing aspect of things. The editing I like, but I don't love. You know what I mean? Like I'll go in there and do the final touches, the coloring I'm totally fine with. But it's just a lot of time on a computer. And that's one thing that I don't want to be doing as much in 2026. I want to be, I feel like my thing's going to tip over. I want to be doing, I don't know, I want to be out there shooting more. And I think that'll be a good way to do it and a good goal to move towards. I also, I think I've said most of my like big goals, big things I want to do. But I'm thinking, like, I think I gotta retake a look at my capacity for creative outlets, because it's like I would love to like start like storyboarding and creating like a short film. But I'm trying to think of like with what time, So I'm going to look at that. That's one of my plans, is to look at the balance of everything and see if I can fit in a little bit more of a serious project where it's like maybe I could take it to film festival, stuff like that. That would be amazing. But yeah, other than that, just keep learning, growing, not really expanding, just becoming more efficient, I think is 2026, and spending more time with Allie and the dogs and shooting. And I think that'll be a good balance, which will be fun. Anyways, so let me talk about the connection kit. And this is just for the podcast, and then I'll go on to like the actual teleprompter stuff. But so the connection kit, this is how I want to look at it. Like, so I filmed a lot of weddings this year and the past few years. And, some things just don't, sometimes you just need, the experience and exposure to really figure out like the key portion to storytelling and to an emotional story. And here's where this idea came from. So I've seen a lot of, Instagram reels and even some of my posts and stuff that are like the ideal moment and, the perfect vows, but not everyone is like that. And so sometimes brides will plan like a first look with a dad, but the dad's unemotional, and it's just, she's disappointed because that's just not the vibe of the dad. And it's hard, especially because people are uncomfortable in front of the camera, and it's just tough. And in the idea of making the experience better for my couples, I've come up with a solution, but also kind of like a way to deepen their connection, hence the connection kit. So I said that I've like the best wedding films, in my opinion, the ones that I've done, they have really deep emotional, personal things in their vows, and or both, especially both. I love when they do both. The card readings, and so and that helps really encapsulate the moment in time and how they're feeling and what they feel for each other. And you can tell that those people are like, they really thought about it. They really thought about why they're with that person, why they chose that person. That it's not just like, we have fun together and so we're just going to marry each other. Even if you think that, I know there's more. And I know that because, I've had couples that want to just be more, like they say on the call. And that's the thing. It's like they say on the call that they're more like low key. They just kind of want like someone to capture the day. But then they also have expectations. And so this is my solution to meeting the expectations and like the vision of the day and leaving them with this amazing timeless heirloom. And something also that, I've heard people say that like my wedding film saved my marriage, or like every time I watch my wedding film, I am reminded of all the whys of why I got married in the first place and what we love about each other. And not to say that you'll forget, but it is a wonderful reminder. So this connection kit serves one as a deepening connection, a deepening of your relationship, and an exercise to help you define the reasons why you love each other and why you're doing this and spending the rest of your lives with each other. But also, on the other side of it, you're going to have a wonderful story, and it's going to be filled with the reasons that are important to you. And it also gives me insight into who you are as people and what you guys value most. And that really helps shape the whole film. And it also helps prepare you for life together, I think. Because the connection kit it doesn't have like the hard questions, but it will have the questions that are like the foundation of your relationship. And it's designed to be, so I have like prompts and journals and awesome pens and some just like carefully selected physical tools, along with a vow book and like practice vow books. You can use those vow books or not for your actual wedding. And these questions will help you think creatively and basically take care of a few topics right off the bat. So when you're writing vows, and I would all my calls, I tell them that I highly recommend starting to write your vows now, because it'll creep up you and then you're writing your vows on the same day. And there's a lot of times that it happens. And I'm not knocking the people who do write their vows on the same day. Some, which I've seen, knock out of the park because they're that type of person that already know the person so well, and they're able to like express their feelings on paper really well. But for others, they don't have that practice too. So that's why I've made it this way. Maybe one partner, like your significant other, maybe they have that talent, but you don't. So this is something that you do together and that you share with each other. Your vows you don't have to share. That's more of a personal thing if you want to or not. But the questions you can. And it's just to like, it does a few things. Like psychologically, it makes you more comfortable sharing your feelings in front of the person you love. Because sometimes, in some relationships I've seen that they're more shy or like just not as good with words and stuff. And so, A, it makes you more open to sharing these feelings with your significant other. And then B, for like the audio portions of your day, it'll make it more refined and really like exactly what you want to be said, and recorded in your film, and something that you can look back on. So yeah, I don't know if I described that super well, but I will say I really need a tissue really quick. So I'm going to run and get a tissue really quick. I've acquired a tissue, so I'm good now. Anyways, so that's kind of the gist of why I'm doing this like product releasement, but not really. It's basically just to make it's okay. Bottom line, it's to make you think. It's to make you really force yourself to sit down and write. And here, I'm going to preach a little bit. Ready? We are on our phones way too much. We are on technology, our computers, TV, phones, way, way, way too much. And this is my attempt to help people become more present with their lives and with their love and with their loved ones. And really just think about it. Like for me and Allie, when I was brainstorming these ideas, I'm like, there's immediately like 10 things I could say about you that I'll write in our vows. But it's not, but that's because this is what I do and that's who we are. And so for some people, you may not need this, but I know, even though I am that person that can write my feelings and I'm pretty good with words, even though I'm like that, I am still going to do this connection kit with Allie, and we're going to have fun with it and go through it. And like I said, it's not anything hard. It's just something that you need to think about. And, you can do it however you like. You can do it separately or you can do it together. But I 100% would recommend every single couple for 2026 do this connection kit. And I've priced it in a way that's hopefully not like expensive. Like I've priced it in a way so it's like it covers everything that comes with it, and then it pays for shipping, and then like a tiny portion of my time to pack it up and send it to you. Because hopefully I want to do this to all 20 weddings I have in 2026. I want to be able to just be like, here you go. This is it, And I think for the first 3 people, I'll just do it for free and I'll just include it. Because I just think it's that important. And I think it's really going to make a difference for my couples and their experience for their wedding. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy that. I think it's going to be really fun. And I hope you guys have a wonderful 2026 and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. I'm really looking forward to doing this year and making it something special. See if I want anything else to talk about. That's the connection kit. That's the main thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I could serenade you with my ukulele, but I don't think I will. I'll probably save that for another podcast when I'm just like out of ideas. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here in front of the camera and play the ukulele the whole time. Okay, so I'm going to transfer. I'm not saying goodbye yet. I'm going to transfer to the teleprompter really quick with some notes. Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on really quick and tell you a little bit about what I'm calling the connection kit. So for 2026, I want it to be about for all my couples, I want it to be about going deeper into your relationship and making things more meaningful. Over the years, I've had the honor of filming some incredibly meaningful vows. So many of you showed up with honesty, vulnerability, and a whole lot of heart. And I'm grateful for every one of those stories. As I look ahead into 2026, I wanted to add something new to the experience. Not because anything was missing, but because I've seen how powerful it is when couples are given a little extra space to slow down and reflect before a wedding day. So it's simple. Here's my remote, by the way. It's a simple, intentional experience designed to help couples reconnect, reflect, and put words into what they already feel. Through guided questions, quiet moments, and small day... Guided questions... Through guided questions, quiet moments, and small daily reflections that often get overlooked in the busyness of life, this isn't about better vows. It's more about honest ones that feel like you. For my past couples, your stories were already beautiful, and your films still mean the world to me. This is just the next evolution of how I help couples get there. A tool I wish I could have given you to. For my 2026 couples, I'm excited to walk this part of the journey with you. Slow down, take it in, and let your story unfold naturally. Now, I don't know. I don't know. I like it, but it sounds a little ChatGPT. Yeah, you know what? Let me fix something. Should be good. Okay. Hi guys, it's Evan. I just wanted to hop on really quick and introduce what I'm calling the Connection Kit. This is something new I'm offering for 2026, and it's all about helping you slow down and reflect on your relationship before the wedding day. Inside, you'll find 2 guided journals, 2 vow books, a couple of fountain pens, which are really sweet, by the way, and a small film camera to capture the in-between moments. The everyday stuff that usually goes unnoticed but ends up meaning the most. There's also a short video to help you get started and walk you through everything. This isn't about writing better vows. It's about writing honest ones, the ones that actually sound like you and come from real moments you've lived together. I've seen how powerful it is when couples give themselves space to do this, and I want to build something that supports that in a really intentional way. I'm excited for you to experience it, and I can't wait to help you tell your story. And I will see you guys on your wedding day. That wasn't terrible. Let's do it one more time. Hey guys, it's Evan Dangerfield. I just wanted to hop on and introduce to you what I call is the Connection Kit. This is something new that I'm offering in 2026, and it's all about helping you slow down and really reflect on your relationship before the wedding day. Inside, you'll find 2 guided journals, some notes and prompted questions, 2 vow books, a couple of fountain pens, which are really sweet, by the way, and a small film camera to capture the in-between moments, the everyday stuff that usually goes unnoticed, but ends up meaning more in the end. Also, there's a short little video that'll help walk you through everything to get started that I've created, and just to explain everything. This isn't about writing better vows. It's about writing honest ones, the kind that actually sound like you and come from real moments that you've lived together. I've seen how powerful it is when couples give themselves space to do this, and I want to build something that supports that in a really intentional way for all of my couples this next year. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you to experience it, and I can't I'm excited for you to experience it. I'm excited for you to experience it, and I can't wait to help you tell your story. Thank you so much, and I will see you on your wedding day. Hey, that was pretty good. I think we got something from there. Now, I'm gonna do another one. All right, one more sip of coffee, and we got this in the bag. Oh my, ugh. All right. Okay. Hello. We're still recording on the side too. Yes, we are. Sweet. I don't think I'm gonna do the about video. Save it for another day. I gotta be more intentional about that one. Hey guys, it's Evan Dangerfield. If you're watching this, it means you've opened your connection kit, and I'm really glad you're here. Thank you so much for purchasing it. This isn't something you need to rush through or do perfectly. It's just a space that I've created for you to slow down a little and reconnect with each other before the wedding day gets here. Inside the kit, you'll find a few different pieces: 2 journals, 2 vow books, a film camera, and some guided prompts. Each one is meant to help you reflect on your relationship in a way that's natural. Nothing performative, nothing forced, just simply you guys. Let's start with the journals. These are for let's start with the journals. These are for reflection. No pressure. You don't need to answer. Let's start with the journals. No pressure at all. So, you don't need to answer everything at once, and there's no right way to do it. Pick a question that speaks to you, write a little, come back to it later. The goal isn't perfection, it's honesty. You can do it together or alone, totally up to you. The vow books are where things start to take shape. This is where you can move through your thoughts and hang on. Oh, you're kidding. All right, whatever. Journals to your vows. The practice vow books are where things start to take shape. This is where the example vow books are where things start to take shape. This is where you can move things from your journaling and from your thoughts to the actual vow book page. You can use these vow books as your official vow books, or take the pressure off and just use them to practice and get kind of the flow down, and you rewrite them in your phone afterwards and then again into your official vow books. Messy is good. These aren't meant to be final drafts. They're a place to explore what you actually wanted to say. Also, you'll find a small film camera in the kit. This part is also you'll find a small film camera in the kit. This part is really special. Use it to capture the in-between moments: making coffee, walking the dog, sitting on the couch, laughing at nothing. Don't stage it. Don't worry about how it looks. Just let it be real and click away. These moments hold more emotion than anything you could plan. It'll also help you get more comfortable with someone taking photos of you. There's also a short guide included to help you get started if you want a little structure, but feel free to make this your own. Some couples do a little at a time. Some set aside an evening together. There's no right way for anyone. Just shape it in the way you'd like. I'll be honest. One of the things I've learned filming weddings is that the most meaningful vows don't come from trying to sound poetic. They come from slowing down long enough to remember why you chose each other in the first place. That's what I made this kit. That's why I made the connection kit. Take your time with it. Let it live with you a bit. And when the wedding Take your time with it. Let it live with you a bit. Let it live within you a bit. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. Let it grow within you a little bit. And when the wedding day comes, you'll be speaking from a place that already feels familiar and true. I'm really honored to be a part of your story, and I can't wait to help tell it. One more thing I wanted to share, and this might be the most important part of this all. One more thing I wanted to share, and this might be the most important part of all of this. As you move through planning, it's really easy for the wedding to start feeling like a project instead of a relationship. There are timelines, emails, decisions, and opinions coming from every direction. All of that matters, of course, but none of it matters more than the two of you staying connected through it. So think of this kit as a reminder to slow down together. Use it as a reason to check in with each other each day, to talk honestly, to keep dating each other, even while you're planning a wedding and, dealing with all the craziness that comes with it. This might look like setting aside some time with no phones. It might look like learning how the other person, it might look, it's different for everybody, but this might look like, planning a night where you guys just put your phones away in a drawer and really connect with each other and spend some time laughing and talking. It might look like learning how the other person feels most loved, their love language, through words, time, touch, acts of service, or simply being present. It might look like giving each other a little more grace when things are overwhelming. One thing I've learned over the years is that couples who protect their connection during planning tend to show up on their wedding day more grounded, more present, and more themselves, which obviously helps my job and makes the story just that more rich. And this is also where your planner, if you have one, and if you don't, I highly recommend getting one. They play such an important role. A great planner creates space for you to enjoy this season instead of managing it. They carry the logistics so you can focus on each other. When you trust your planner, it frees up. When you trust your planner, it frees. When you trust your planner, it frees you up to be la la la. When you have a good planner, it frees you up to be present, to feel, and to actually experience your day instead of running it. That space, that breathing room, is where the real moments live, when you're there present in the moment. So as you move through this kit, let it be a gentle reminder. The wedding is important, but your relationship is everything. Thank you guys so much again, and I will see you on your wedding day. Holy crap. I think that was good. There's at least something to work with there. Thank you guys so much for watching this whole thing. I know it was kind of hilarious to watch me just fail and record these things over and over again, but it really means a lot. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.